Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the political, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not day off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube, Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary, Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́.
Few days ago, we were bombarded with videos of Nigerians that were escaping from Sudan war. They got trapped, and from their reports, they said the companies that were supposed to transport them in the hired 40 buses that Nigeria hired from Sudan to Egypt, which was expected to spend 3 days. Anyway, there is more. Share this broadcast.
And yes, we like you. Lórí YouTube. And yes, we like you. Oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like you. Ijó ìgbádìí. And yes, we like you.
Nigeria was planning to conduct a census. So as a population census in Nigeria, after the failed 2023 charade called election. But like the subsidy removal, it has been shelved, postponed. Yes, subsidy removal was meant to happen. In June, Nigeria took a loan of $800 million with the intention of sharing this money to poorest Nigerians, cash at hand, to cushion the effects of the removal of fuel subsidy. They've shifted that. But what about the money? Share this broadcast. One other interesting story tonight is how G5 became G2 Wike, and then Seyi Makinde, who are now the forefront champion of Unite Behind Kolu. They were supposed to be PDP. Their own candidate is challenging the election. However, PDP is also groaning right now. They are hungry.
Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra.
Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Of course, one of the damages done to Nigeria and Nigerians by APC, Egbekegbe, in 8 years of their bloody, terrifying rule is that they have made Nigerians to become indifferent when it comes to, the news of, put it this way, the news of the problems of others, put it that way. Now, Nigerians don't, they have gotten to a stage whereby they just don't feel moved by anything anymore, except when it is happening to them personally. Now, it is this dare, or should I say the dearth of empathy in the system. One thing that APC, Egbekegbe, achieved, why did I say that? It used to be a big thing, emotionally, spiritually, and physically for so many people to deal with what they currently look at and just look away. Usually when they hear that, people got killed by terrorists, people are alarmed. They used to be alarmed. Oh my God, what is this country turning into? Where is Nigeria headed? Then God should come and do something about this country. Then APC, Egbekegbe, came and the table turned. So if you become a victim of the system, Nigeria, you will be blamed, not the government anymore. So that changed. People who are, people themselves who are also victims, they now turned it into a competition of, oh yeah, are you the only person suffering? Or are you the only people being killed? The insecurity is happening in Somalia, it's happening in Uganda, it's happening everywhere. So if it's happening in Nigeria, that's fine. Anyway, over time, this helped further polarization, the further polarization of Nigeria, where people started identifying themselves based on what they call the political ideology. There's not much political ideology in Nigeria, by the way. But that of APC, Egbekegbe, is like, this horrible stench pack, yeah, with different disguises like hatred, bigotry, fanatism, and the rest of that. And they are ready to shove it down your throat. If you disagree, you are considered an enemy. Enemy of who? Enemy of their political ideology. To the point that people started saying, APC is a threat to the national security of Nigeria in 8 years. So cut it short. People started identifying that you are APC. I don't get any feeling for you. No thanks to Tifnumbu, Bokwari, and their kind of politics. The kind of politics that doesn't take responsibility for anything. They will blame everyone, everything, but themselves, including the victims. So Nigerians are like divided into like different parts, okay? But this particular one is like, if you see anybody with APC, Egbekegbe's mindset, they are considered as a threat to those who have opposed everything APC stands for, including what they have done to Nigeria today. Do you know that? There are many of you who are today will never give any of your support to anybody simply because they are defending APC. No thanks to the politics of APC. The ones that people got so confused that you will see an APC will tell you, you will see white, pure white. APC will tell you, no, it is blue. And you will still be seeing it as white. and their minions will tell you, are you blind? See your papa blind? Can't you see that this one is blue? Are you, and you're like, oh my God, what is something wrong with me? That is what APC did in 8 years. So it got to a stage whereby Nigerians don't feel that kind of feeling anymore. Even when you first feel like, oh my God, when an injustice happened to anyone in Nigeria or any group, and you are like, oh my God, this is unacceptable. Once they say that person a Buhari supporter, thunder fire you, Ogun kill you. Immediately, APC did that in Nigeria. And this is fact, this is reality today. Now, this is how Nigerians now react to all of the, the failures of Bokuwari. Others are ready to defend that failure, while others are also willing to fight that failure. So, Bokuwari and APC, all they have to do is what? Just sit back and allow Nigerians to tear themselves, hate themselves as much as they want. They can keep power. 8 years of APC. I mean, on Mayegun's diary Politico, where I kind of point out all these failures, injustice, the victims, the perpetrators, which cut across all part of Nigeria. And that, in my book, remember, it is like an injustice to one is injustice to one is injustice to all. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. You shouldn't wait to become a victim before you can then speak up. So this makes my diary the melting pot of those who have something to grind, a stone to grind with Nigeria, represented by APC. Egbekegbe. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is this, giving you the background of why what you have today, a divided Nigeria, whereby it is like they just can't wait to kill themselves. Nigerians are more or less like they can't wait to sort of extinguish themselves, like smoke everybody out. Yes, no thanks to APC, Egbekegbe, when they were killing them in the north. Because Bokuwari came out and he said 97% of those who voted for him cannot be treated the same way with 5% that didn't vote for him. So the 5%ers automatically became the hostile opposition. They're not expecting anything from Bokuwari or APC, and they were not ready to lick their asses as well. They're also not ready to bow to their roaring and their threat and intimidation. But you see, the 97%ers, who are meant to be the majority, ended up being the people who are mostly dealt with. They were those who were expecting something. They were those who were hoping. They were those who were waiting to use Bokuwari APC to mock the 5%ers who didn't vote for them. So along this line, Bokuwari APC, they drew the line among Nigerians, and they started with the 5%ers, 97%ers, only for those who are within the 97%ers to find themselves on the side of the 5%ers, because what the 5%ers rejected and continue to reject, that they pretend to kind of like, when they started becoming victim of that idea of 97%ers, they became 5%ers. And turning away from there, they became sharer in the punishment that Bokuwari has for those he claimed. Nigerians, who he claimed didn't support him. So the moment you say Bokuwari has failed, automatically it's like, hitting the honest nest, something like that. Anyway, so it now got to a stage whereby the numbers of the 97%ers started shrinking and shrinking. What then happened? It exposed the dictatorial, tyrannical traits and then background of APC, Egbekegbe, in division, tyranny. Yes, they can rule, and that's the reality today. To the point that as APC, Egbekegbe destroyed education in Nigeria, destroyed the economy in Nigeria, the Southerners, Nigerians who are Southerners, they are those who are sending their children, okay, to Ghana, to Togo, to Benin Republic, and all those West African countries. Those one who have more money, they send their wards to America, Canada, UK, and other European countries. In northern Nigeria, where Boko Haram came from, those who actually shared him when he said 97% will be treated better, and they must not be expected to be treated same way as they would treat the 5%ers. Now you see the 97%ers up north, they themselves, as education continued to collapse in Nigeria, they started looking for opportunities for their children outside Nigeria. Guess where they were sending them? Of course now, Egypt, Sudan, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and on and on like that, because those are the areas that align with their own kind of world view. So, country apart, no thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. So, what that simply means is that whether you are 97%er or you are 5%er, whether you left Nigeria because of economy, or you left Nigeria because of education, or you left Nigeria because of healthcare, you are all victim of the same thing. The failed system of Nigeria. Whether you are 97%er, whether you are 5%, it doesn't really matter. If you are smart enough, if you are very smart enough, you will realize that everybody is kind of finding their way out of the shit hole that the APC, Egbekegbe, have made Nigeria. There is no real future. Those who couldn't leave, which is the majority, can't leave. Those who can leave have accepted their faith. They've accepted their fate, unfortunately. But those who left, like we do say, they left Nigeria. Nigeria didn't leave them. Some of you left Nigeria, and it is because Nigeria has failed you. You may not admit it, and we know your type. Within the space of 8 years, this is data now, shows that more Nigerians have left Nigeria than ever before. For medical doctors, UK alone, United Kingdom, have taken more than 7,500 medical practitioners from Nigeria in the last 2 years alone. 2 years, really. They have given people who are within the medical line from Nigeria to come and fill up the empty space in NHS in the UK. That's just the UK. A country of 200 million people with inadequate medical facilities or medical personnel continue to lose them to the rest of the world. This is a big thing. In 8 years, Nigeria have lost over 40,000 trained professionals from different fields to the rest of to this different part of the world. They call it looking for greener pasture. And now, if I see opportunity, I will leave too. But a reasonable government, reasonable people, we understand that what you are doing, what you are actually living is that you are existing for what, medically, you can continue to pray to God the way they have made you. Don't expect anything like a real medical system or healthcare system that will indeed care for you. Maybe kind of expand your lifespan and all that. But I'm coming back to you. So you left Nigeria because the education is bad. Lecturers are unpaid. Schools are locked every now and then. Your life is always like, it's more or less like a kick and start, kick and push and start. Educationally as a young person, and you have to find that education outside Nigeria. Now you go to outside Nigeria, they are now talking about Nigeria. You are now the most popular on social media. Who is saying that APC must? Then boom, war in Ukraine, boom, war in Sudan. All of us we did this part of Europe. If it be our turn anytime soon, with this Russia, Ukraine, and all of that, here you get all of you with the UK too, with the or this part of where things they happen. Eh? It is just like as they say in Yoruba, "Ikú tó ń pa ojúgbà ẹni, òwe ló ń pa fún ni." It can happen just anywhere. And around that time, you will realize that as a Nigerian, what exactly is your worth? How did the rest of the world actually see you? Is it how the world see you that you should take very good pay very good attention to, or the way you see yourselves? Okay. So, war started in Sudan months ago. It escalated just a few weeks ago. Nigeria has an embassy in Sudan. You see all these northern civil servants, civil servants from different states in northern Nigeria. Most of them are those who have their children schooling in Sudan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and just few are on scholarship from different state governments in northern Nigeria, on scholarship to America, scholarship to Canada, few scholarship to the UK, but their scholarship actually serves these Arab peninsulas more. And you know why? So when the war started, just like everyone else who are in Nigeria, whenever the terrorists come to your community and they start shooting and killing and burning properties, and you are there, calling the police, calling the vigilante, and all lying dead. That's exactly what it has been for these Nigerians of northern bloc who have their children, their family members, and the rest of them living in Sudan. They had nobody to call until the bomb started going off, and America quickly and hurriedly made an announcement that their citizens must vacate Sudan. That was when people started saying, Sudan, Sudan, hey, Sudan, Sudan. But guess what? Millions of Nigerians are living in Sudan, schooling there. So those who saw money and they participated in the complete destruction of education system in Nigeria in the 70s. See history. In the 70s, in the 60s, Nigeria had the best educational system in the entire Africa, no doubt. It was actually like people going abroad, Africans going abroad. They come to Nigeria to school. A lot of them. Nigeria medical facilities were top notch of that era too. UCH, University College Hospital Ibadan, used to be the official hospital, family hospital for a former king in Saudi Arabia and his entire family. Yes, true story. But over time, corruption, and this corruption from the grassroots, including your papa, your mama, who were civil servants back then, when they started the destruction of all the institutions gradually, most of them are today multi-millionaires who can afford to send their children abroad, no matter what is wrong with Nigeria education or healthcare system. They can go abroad and get all those. In fact, it's actually it's a thing in Nigerian civil service. If your child is schooling in America or schooling in Sudan, I saw some Nigerians who were like laughing and mocking them that people they go abroad go study good courses. Now they go Sudan, they go study Islamic study. What is wrong with you? Anyway, that is actually not a joke you should be making by now. I mean, right now. Hmm? So Sudan and Nigerians in Sudan entered emergency mode. Nigerian governments, Nigerian politicians, for those who reacted, everybody started acting surprised. Like they just woke up that morning and they heard that Nigerians are trapped in Sudan. What happened to the Sudanese, Nigerian embassy in Sudan? Why did they wait that long before they could make an evacuation plan when nobody could move anymore? Nobody could get out anymore. You couldn't get in, you couldn't get out. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Where is that respect for you as Nigerians? So we are the giant of Africa out there. Crippled giant of Africa is what Nigeria is. You saw this reality, everybody will be meeting them. I have told you about why when you look at Nigerians and they are more or less like if it is your turn today that the Nigeria is happening to, those ones who are victims too, they will be celebrating your own agony and pain. Is that not what you do every day to yourselves? They don't kill 14 people for casino and they have kidnapped 200 people. Woma you go talk about better thing, Jared, that one a family business. No be so? These politicians, assassin killed a PDP politician in Imo, Oweri. Is IPOB. Mayegun say the truth. Is that not what you do to yourself all the time? Baba na their own problem, Jare. Baba leave them and we'll talk about better thing. You see, no matter what you do, Bokwari will do 8 years. All of now you say, Bokwari will do 8 years. You go make up for that 8 years. That is what you do to yourselves every now and then, unfortunately. So it's like everybody's just waiting for their own turn. When is it going to be my turn? So that they can say, hey, you see, like everybody is hunting for something that happened to other people. That is what APC did. They actually draw the line. And Nigerians are like, here, some are here, everybody here and there. So we are just waiting. Let's wait. Who are we going to laugh at? And then when they are crying, so that we can use their tears to drink Gary today. Imaginary Gary, imaginary tears every day. People are dying. I'm not joking. Well, that's my experience because I keep everything in the diary. Help us. They are not helping us. They want us to die in Sudan. Nigeria is this and that. Nigeria is a useless country. Nigeria say, you know, we could die there. All of una, no be all of una, they support APC. Do you see that? No be all of una, they there, they support APC from Sudan. Mokuna go there, go. Anyway, it's just a failure of leadership. Because, of course, they have to scream on social media for help. And immediately it became viral video. Abike Dagburu jumped into the loop. And it come. Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission. Nigerians, something that they just gave to you to the manage. Do you remember the story of how Abike Dagburu became that Abike that some of you will not even understand? They call on them all the time. Hey, Abike, what are you doing about Nigerians in India? Abike, where are you? What are you doing about Nigerians in Qatar? Abike, they are not allowing Nigerians to do something in Dubai. Abike, and Abike kind of enjoys it until when it is time to do the job that she pretended to be capable of doing. Number one, let me tell you a story. In 2014, 2015, Abike Dagburu, coming from the faction of Tifnumbu, they teamed up in ACN CPC. So Abike became the MC, one of the MCs. During that time, Dino Melaye was also an MC. Dino, Abike, I think it was two of them, or maybe about three. So whenever they were doing Bokwari's campaign then,
APC, Abike, Dino, and I think about 2 other people. They are those who always kind of everywhere. So when they did all of that, and they started, they came to government. Now, when they came into government, Bukuwari spent 6 months. 7 months. He didn't choose any. He didn't make any appointment outside. Just about 4 appointments. Abike and the rest, they didn't do anything for 7 months. They were in Abuja, asking that what is going on. Ashiwaju Alpha. Ashiwaju will be like a Buhari no the carry phone, pick up. True story. I'm not making this up. True story. But I just kind of want to make it interesting. That's why I'm saying it, kind of narrating it this way. Okay, true story. So by January, 2016, finally Bukuwari submitted the names of his ministerial appointees. Abike no make the cutoff. People can't use Abike laugh on social media at that time. 8 years ago or 7 years ago. People can't laugh at Abike. Look at you. You useless woman, useless this and that. You use your good image. You that we used to respect on NTA News. People, Nigerians now, emotional blackmail. I use this Abike, very useless of you. Very, very, see, no job again for you. That was how Abike got radicalized. And she became Dagburu, no mercy. However, she was determined. They couldn't share appointment between January 2016 until sometimes in late December 2017. They don't share opposition. And you know that in Yoruba land, if they say Otumba, na shiftancy, Akogun, na shiftancy, Balogun, na shiftancy, Oyeni. We say it in Yoruba, Balogun, Oyeni. Otun, Oyeni. Ashipa, Oyeni. Iyalode, Oyeni, na shiftancy. After everybody don't take the proper one, the important shiftancy title, Oyetiton is also a shiftancy title in Yoruba land. They will call you Oyetiton of Yoruba land. You go celebrate them. But Abike, Dagburu, won't give up. Around that time, people started telling Abike, Auntie Abike, maybe you can actually work as the liaison person between us in diaspora and the government of Buhari. That's actually the job of the foreign office. So the foreign affairs ministry in Nigeria, their relationship is to put embassy, mission all abroad and use that mission as a contact point between the country, the government, and Nigerians in that country. Sure, you get. That's what the work of foreign ministry. There's no title for Abike. So Abike now met this sheikh. His name is Sheikh Isa Pandemic or Isa Patantami. Now, Sheikh Isa Patantami, they made him the head of something called NITDA. Don't ask me the meaning, because that's what they create. That's what they have created. They have created different funny offices that does nothing. So they say this NITDA, they are about, I don't know, copyright or something. But they now have a building, one big building in Abuja. That building is uncompleted and mostly almost abandoned. So Abike Dagburu started the NITCOM, Nigeria in Diaspora Commission, so that she can be the liaison officer. If you get any problem anywhere abroad, call Abike NITCOM. Abike will now talk to government. So government can now try and do something. That was the idea. In fact, you wouldn't have known about Abike until the day Isa Pandemic said Abike has been squatting in an uncompleted building illegally in Abuja, member of the same political party. They can't chase Abike out. Abike pretended to have office on social media. She's in Abuja. Nobody they pay him. No, nothing. No, just sure you get RNG. but looking for government to legitimize it so that they could say, okay, you can put them under this ministry or put them under this agency, so they go to collect money. So Abike created her own office when they no get office for her. Hey, but Mayegun, why are you trying to? Because she's done so well and all of that. I'm giving you the full background so that a lot of you have now come to that time of call Abike. If war starts in the UK, and somebody they say call Abike, now why are you there? Or you? I'm coming back to that. It was a pandemic that was driving past that abandoned building, which is own agency, supposed agency is the owner. So, who are those ones? Who are they? They say, now need come diaspora commission. Let me be diaspora commission. Who did there? Now Abike Jagaban, Abike from but it's illegal for them to have office. Who gave them this place? They said, oh yeah, they come move inside. Abike, sorry, madam. Sheikh, how are you? Come and sit down. Come, you are visiting us today. No, I'm not visiting you. What are you doing here? It's just our small office. We are waiting for approval from the minute. But who approved this one? I didn't approve this. What are you doing here? You even have office. You have staff. Which ministry? See, Sheikh, come to my office. Which office? Come to my office. Let's talk. Which office? It was Abike that was narrating this. So it may sound funny to you. That's what Abike said. Abike said, it's a pandemic walk into their office, illegal office. And then some pandemic started asking questions. Who gave them this place? Who approved it? Who are you working for? What are you? And she tried to take pandemic out of the whole creating scene that pandemic should come to our office so that they can talk party to party, especially the call. But inside pandemic said, I give you 5 minutes. Madam, I give you 5 minutes. Pack everything inside this place and pack them out of this place. Or I will ask my orderlies to arrest you. Now so Abike and our small projects became homeless in Abuja for a few days. And it became a social media sensation at the time. All of their loads, computer, desk, everything where Abike don't use their money buy, then throw everything out. Now from there, they're going to make them settle. They can go find another. That was how Abike became need come this, need come that. And yeah, it got the attention, finally got the attention of Bokwari. So they now gave her another place. Okay, yeah, this thing where you want to do is good though. You want to talk to Nigerians abroad that we are doing, okay. So whenever Nigerians are now in a problem abroad, because Abike no get any particular rules for waiting she started, it's just like a small business. Abike became somebody you can call this. Well, she didn't become that. She started exposing the bigotry in her. Abike will go on social media and say the Igbos are being arrested for drug pushing, cocaine, and that is why they are in jails in this and that. They say, Abike, are you sure that you should be saying this publicly? Because there are Fulani, Hausa, Yorubas that are in jail in Saudi Arabia for drug pushing, for terrorism, for money laundering. Some of them are waiting death right now. They are waiting to be killed. Abike, are you sure you are well informed? Are you sure you should be going this path? Abike doesn't hide her bigotry. And that too. Remember I told you that she was so bullied. Yeah, Abike was bullied. That, Oyetiton, madam, wasting of time. Look at your life. You are just useless. You are this. Abike became radical. Until today, Abike is still radical. Abike loves to be praised whenever the evacuation of Nigerians from any part of the world is successful. Okay? But whenever the evacuation fails, Abike doesn't want to take responsibility. Abike doesn't take responsibility. And that's the moment Abike will tell you that who sent you there? Now, who sent you go in there? Who sent you go? Who sent you go this and that? Somebody speaking for government of Nigeria. So Nigerians have known her very well. So because, I told you, Nigeria is divided already. No thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. Sure. So there are Nigerians that they see everything that is wrong, but they just feel like there are too many people who don't like this APC people. And they are wondering, like, why are you doing? Can't you just pray for them, even if they are doing something bad to you? So they just kind of feel like it is in their place to just defend them, even if they themselves are victims of the failing system. So as divided as Nigeria has become, then Ukraine happened. When Ukraine happened, this one that the Ukraine, wait till be that guy, Koloshkov, this guy from Ukraine, their comedian, who is their what do you call it, their lord now. When Nigerians who are schooling, imagine Nigerians going to Ukraine to go and study just because they want to get out of Nigeria. Ukraine. Am I going to talk like Ukraine is a very good place? You can't go learn Ukraine. You can speak Ukraine. You can speak some of these languages that majority of you are actually using to just get the hell out of Nigeria. Ukraine happened. The big brother Nigeria. And Nigerians in Ukraine, they got you know the story now. A lot of you started saying, hey, Ukraine is racist. Ukraine is a racist place. Ukraine is a bar. They are racist because we took our bukata there. And the country that, the Nigeria that we come from, don't even give a damn about you, whether you go Ukraine or you go Sambisa. Sorry, Jare. Courage, sorry, man. I don't want to say his name so that YouTube will not start asking me that, what did you say about the Koshiklakov or Abikilorukwe? So you shall know who they talk about. Koshensky, Koshilakov, right? They treated Nigerians like, more. They fit treat Americans like that, black or white. They fit do them. I'm just saying, with what you experience in Ukraine, but those ones are white people. Sudan, where everybody is doing feasibility lie, alhamdulillah, and all of that stuff. We say everybody speak Arabic. Brother to brother, north to north. You feel jog from Katsina, jog enter Niger. If you get strength enough, maybe say be somebody like me where they run out of breath easily. If you jog and enter Chad, enter Sudan. If you can't be one kind of people where say we know desert travel very well, hire Rakumi. Rakumi is camel. And blend with the weather. Few days, you are already in Sudan. You likely have everything you should. Somebody like me, I don't know if he may come to Sudan, or may come to Libya, or may come to Morocco and all these places. It will be difficult. But for somebody who grew up in northern part of Nigeria, who have had uncles, aunties, who have actually been like regular, some of them they schooled in these places, and they took their family members there as well. Like, it's like your UK. Let me put it that way. Sudan, Libya, Saudi Arabia, and all those places are they are UK, US, and all these places. So the war started. And for those of you who ran there, the first video they sent out to us was that the government has approved 1.2 million when it became news. Nigeria, the big brother. Nobody respects Nigeria. Nobody respects Nigerians. Now your head. Now you see some of you always kind of say, my brother, Nigeria, if you know Nigeria, nobody can play with Nigeria. Baba, you the crazy. Nobody tell you before. Now inside your head, that Nigeria day. I'm saying it to you. You will find out. If it happened in the UK, me, I won't be surprised. Everybody this way. Everybody black this way. Everybody. I know I will just carry Caleb. Carry my Caleb. Carry my Yewande. Akin ati Yewande. She refugee camp ni. I won't be going there and be like, I'm Nigeria, and the biggest Africa. Whoa. See Sudan. It's not far from northern Nigeria. But when the war started, there is nothing that singled Nigerians out. But there is even more problems. I will tell you some. When the war started everywhere, some Nigerians, they ran to the border of Tanzania. Go better for the Nigerian criminal leaders. So. And if you are defending them, it no go better for you as well. So, no they look surprised. You want make it better for you, ni? I mean, let's be honest now. You expect that it go better for you when you are actually contributory and then what they call that? An accomplice to what is going on in Nigeria and what they have made Nigeria. So if we say no go better for you, so no be amen you supposed to. No provoke me, oh Baba. So people run there to Ethiopia border. When they go to Ethiopian border, they can't chase them. Like saying that them started the war in Sudan. Those who witnessed this, they said that we don't want Nigerians at all. Shemeka Konse Abigania. When they run from war, Sudanese are running away from Sudan. People will go Sudan, go school, they run away from Sudan. You get to a border, they say Nigerians this way. No near this border, an electric shock will go kill you. No, come here. Say, but Nigerian big brother, Africa, big brother, the biggest, me, Nigeria. If you come here, we'll go shoot you. They didn't just threaten to shoot them at their borders. So. In Tanzania, on social media, the Ethiopians were started like, I'm sorry, they are not Ethiopians. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they are. So Tanzania, rather, Tanzanians. On social media, when Nigerians started saying, hey, look at that Tanzania, that small Tanzania. Look at it, as usual, bragging, lori ofu. Some of you don't even know how bad or how badly shaped Nigeria has become. A lot of you are living in that old, you are living that old glory your fathers told you about Nigeria. Nigeria is not, it's only bad leadership that is weary. Generational bad leadership has created generational poverty where people, the rest of Africa are now like, not touch Nigeria, except their politicians who are coming to see what they can get from your criminal leaders. The rest of Africa knows much about Nigerians. No thanks to the failing system in Nigeria. So on social media, as then they chase them from their border on social media. Listen to some of these comments. I'll read them out too. Say, who is xenophobic now? Nobody wants these Nigerians, even in time of crisis. Ethiopians are protecting their citizens from Nigerians. This is coming from, that first comment is coming from a South African. He said, who is now xenophobic? South African, talking about the Ethiopians. He said, who is now xenophobic? Nobody wants these Nigerians, even in time of crisis. Then another person came there, who is also not Ethiopian, somebody from Tanzania, said, Ethiopians are protecting their citizens from Nigerians. Another person came and he said, in their language, Hebana, Kanti Nigerians are also in Sudan, with a question mark, like Nigerians are in Sudan. One African shock. Like, there are Nigerians in Sudan. They say, yeah, Nigerians are in Sudan. They say, hey, wele. Who they go Sudan? Another African, surprise. Another one came and said, who would want Nigerians in their country? With an emoji of, who want Nigerians? Then another one came with a picture of people defecating in public. People where they poo forgot in public, said, besides drugs, this one is a South African, no? Said, besides drugs and human trafficking, this is the most disgusting behavior about jollofs. You know that they will be saying, which jollof rice is better, Ghana jollof or Nigerian jollof? Now, when this Sudan crisis started, now then I realized that some Africans are calling Nigerians jollof. Is a slur word for drug dealers, human traffickers, jolloфs. I don't know if some of you know. I'm going to ask my brother, this is my friends who live in South Africa. I'm going to ask them if they have come across that before. Why do they call Nigerians jollof? These jollofs. It's not a Nigerian jollof, rice, jollof rice, Ghana rice, the one that you always argue about on social media. There's actually a slur word among some Africans. They call Nigeria in particular, this Nigerian jollofs. Drug dealers, human traffickers, money launderers, fraudsters, jollofs. Now I discover them. You self go do your research. And the thread continued. Do you even have toilets in your country? Where Nigerians are complaining about Sudan, treating them somehow, these Ethiopians came there and you know what I mean? Every country in Africa is better than Nigeria. Really? Another one came, said, you Nigerians also say Black Americans are jealous of you. If everybody has a problem with you, then you might just be the problem. That's another African who is, a Black American who came under the same conversation and said, Nigerians said Black Americans are jealous of them. If Ethiopians are rejecting you, maybe you're actually the problem, not the rest of the world. Show you they see another one came. This one is a long one. So said, at some point you need to stop the victim mentality and ask yourselves why most countries have disdain for you, Nigerians. Be honest with yourselves. There is no way that almost every country can be against you. You know what you lot do when you get to other people's countries. Another African. No, in fact, this one is actually not even African. Name's like non-African. Here is another one. Nigerians got no history of visiting a foreign country and still go back to Nigeria. Wow. Ouch. That one hot. Justin Dumela. South Africans actually have a special dig for Nigerians. So they just took over this conversation because the Ethiopians said, don't come to our border. Said, imagine being jealous of people who go to Sudan to study. You know, Nigerians will always say Africans are jealous of them. How these Africans are just jealous of us. And some will say, it's because our leaders are bad. That is why these other Africans are making mockery of us. You see? But you do know that you can no longer, with APC 8 years and another 4 years of Tifnumbu that is coming, you know you have lost all your bragging rights, intimidation, big brother rights in Africa. Now that we have internet, everybody knows what is going on in Nigeria. Even before some of you wake up in Nigeria, the rest of Africa knows what is going on in Nigeria. Now only you wait in Nigeria, or Nigerians where they live in denial. Now only you. They think say people don't know what is going on, and they need to respect us. We are big brother Africa. If you can, we can take over your Oloshi. In Asona, they make useless mouth on social media. Africans, they know you. And now they are saying, imagine you, the humbled slaves living in the shithole. Imagine you going out to complain that other Africans don't respect you. They don't respect Nigerians. But back in Nigeria, you are the champion defender of a terrorist, champions and defender of a drug dealers. And you still want Africa to respect Daru. Do you really think this is 1990? The whole Africa knows everything right now, and it's going to get worse. Show you guys, it's going to get worse. And it's always ideal for you to know the consequences of your actions while you make them, okay? While you take them. Right. These the Ethiopian people, now Nigeria cause them. Of course, now you cause them. No Nigeria, now you. Majority of you have now become defenders of drug dealers. Defenders of, terrorist sponsor. Defenders of tyranny, dictatorship. Defenders of thieves, looters. Defenders of religious fanatics. Those who are actually burning Nigeria down. The rest of Africa are seeing you. Now too dumb, living in that your pit hell, thinking the rest of Africa is living in a hole too. No, they are not. It's changing. The world is changing. Don't worry, you will catch up. So as if to say the Ethiopians are not the ones who should deal with us. Finally, the government swung into action, purportedly. Oh, the government has paid $1.2 million to get everybody out of Sudan. But the plan is that we are going to first take them to Egypt by road. And then we are going to lift them from Egypt straight to Abuja. You see this part, it's illustrative. My broadcast is always illustrative, okay? I'm not like those who have that script, and they'll be speaking one after the other. I know they write them down. Now, as the Rawaniya bring them, you know what they call the Rawaniyas, The universe. As the universe begin to bring them back into my photographic memory, as I saw them and I felt like to speak about them, I just say them. That is why my conversation is always illustrative somehow. Go straight to the point. Iwatitani. Me and you, they go to the same place. You know where they go? Somebody said that, Mayegun, please go straight to the point. Said, which point? You know the points where they make. You know where they go. If you know where they go wait for me. I go meet you there. When I reach there, I go see you there. That's what I tell people. So if you have joined me tonight, you can take a moment, because this is us now going to talk about the Egypt experience. Are you with me? So the Egypt experience, where to show that Nigeria has kind of depreciated. Nigeria is so depreciated that now only you Nigerians who are still living in denial are not telling yourself the truth until the truth will stare you and kind of reality will just hit you like that. Say, oh my God, I can't believe this. Just believe. You can't believe waiting. I can't believe this is happening. Ibolongbe, where are you living? Under the rock. Right. Welcome to the real world. After Tanzania experience, the Nigerian ambassador to Tanzania. No, why am I saying Tanzania? See, I have a problem with all these names. I wanted to talk about Guinea Conakry. And they talk about Guinea-Bissau. Remember? And I was repeating that. Guinea-Bissau. So mental, right? I was talking to Princess. She traveled to Banjul in Uganda. So every time I was like, I was Uganda. That's another one that sounded like Uganda. Gambia. Banjul. Sorry, Banjul in Gambia. You see what I'm saying? Gambia, Uganda. My friend traveled to one of them, and she would just say to me in a minute, I said, yeah, I say Banjul. I say Gambia. And she'll be like, this place, she'll be 5 minutes after that. I am like, how is Uganda? I mean, when are you going to leave Uganda? I'll be like, no, Mayegun, I'm not in Uganda. I'm in Gambia. Said, sorry, Jare, na Gambia. Look at me. Ethiopia, Tanzania, they are not even close. Anyway, you shall get idea no matter. Yeah, that's the idea. So, after Ethiopians have shown that no road, now Nigerian government announced all road lead to Cairo. Cairo. Grab every form of identification you can find. and assemble at so place. Nigeria is now ready to lift everybody to Cairo. From Cairo to Abuja, Neo. That was very straightforward. Shouldn't be hard. The Nigeria must have made some arrangement. Where is Nigeria Air Force? Where is Nigeria? Should not be Nigeria Air Force go be the one we get all those fighter jets, all those things, eh? Like, just go show some shakara like Americans, eh? Just go do some shakara, just fly your Nigeria Air Force jets, that big one where they use carry soldiers. Land them in Khartoum with Nigerian soldiers, action, eh? Commando style, sniper, everybody ready. I know, say at the two, I must have watched too much movies because we are talking about Nigeria here. Sure, you get. It doesn't work that way. Because in every crisis, instead of them to find solution, they leverage on it to make money from it. Oh, yeah, everybody go gather. We they go Egypt. As everybody pack their bags, though, waiting for the buses. $1.2 million buses. $1.2 million trip from Khartoum in Sudan straight to Cairo in Egypt. You would expect that Nigeria has made all proper arrangement, all proper diplomatic care. What have you? Omo, Ashe, wait for me. They come.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. We are in Sudan. We are Nigerians who are stranded in Sudan. And as you see now, see as people plenty. Na embassy they wait for. Nigerian government don't give them money, and these people don't promise us plenty things. Say they go carry us come on. Say they don't pay for bus. They say now 40 buses they pay for. Now what the embassy tell us? Say 20 go the first day, 20 go the second day, but the first day only 10 buses we see. The other 10 we no see them. They say maybe the first 10 go, later another 10 go come, but we no see that 10 no. So the money where they give them, that was on 26. That was on 26. That was on 20. That was on 26, and today is 27. The rest of us who remain here was supposed to come out today, and the place where they go is very far. By now, self, we don't suppose they road. When embassy leave us here, the time now is almost 10 o'clock. We no see bus.
10:30.
This 10:30. We no see bus. We no see people from embassy. We no see anybody. They just abandon us here. We don't even know what is their plan. We have not seen any bus. So this is the situation we face for Sudan. Why our government they do this kind of thing always? What be the problem? What we do them? Like crime to be Nigerian. What we do? Even countries where we say they don't get embassy for Sudan don't come out.
Yes.
So what we do? Why do they do this kind of thing? They don't give them money. They say 150 million. They say money they give them now almost $400,000, and they say they don't pay for the bus. But when they realize say now when bus come here, they pay the driver before you go come out. No say they pay company. So I beg, make una put us in prayer. We don't go through a lot for the past 4 days, 5 days.
Talk about the female, the pregnant, the children.
We have some students here who are also married. They deal with their children.
Yeah.
They deal with their children, and some are even pregnant, and they are stranded. Embassy no provide food. They no provide water. In fact,
no medication.
Now for one school we did one Jamia freaky, and we all of us park like this as the place be.
Yeah.
Nigerians we dey wait make embassy come, make they come do something. I beg, make una help us as if say what we do. Why they do us like this? We need to leave Sudan. This country no safe for us.
Today is the last day.
Today should be the last day for the ceasefire. We need to leave this country. Look at the full embassy talk. They don't give them money, let them do their job. The government has paid. What is keeping them waiting? Where we are going is very far. By now, we're not supposed to enter road. They go. They drop us for here 6 months.
The main problem is that today is the last day.
Today is the last day. After
today,
we don't know what might happen. Please and please, this is what we are going through. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My brother, if you are watching this, because I don't see that go still the road, okay? Iwoma dirao.
Pastor, oko ọlọ́pàá ó ń ṣọ́ pastor àwọn ọmọjọ sticker ló ń ṣọ́ wa àṣẹ kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ má dira o ìpápá ẹ̀dá orin jẹ́ kí wọ́n báìbù tó ń jẹ kò jẹ́ gbèsè àgbẹ̀tò àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí abẹ́ jòkó tẹ̀ rà gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù àwòyí àárín o mọ̀ yín pé wà nínú báìbù pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù kí ni Jésù lò àfẹ́ rí ló lò ìwọ má dira ayé bàjẹ́.
Ayé bàjẹ́ nìyẹn. 1.2. This is a story for about 3 days ago. A lot has happened after that. So this is where we are going now. When the news came